William Smith names the 6 actors he thinks are Hollywood's legendary tough guys. William Smith was born William Emmett Smith, Jr. on March 24, 1933 in Columbia, Missouri, and was a uniquely gifted American actor whose career spanned over 7 decades, encompassing film, television, and voice work. Known for his powerful screen presence, muscular physique, and commanding voice, Smith became one of Hollywood's most recognizable tough guys. But beyond his often rugged and villainous roles, William Smith was a man of remarkable intelligence, talent, and depth, whose contributions to the entertainment industry remain enduring and influential. Raised in a show business-adjacent environment, Smith's early years were marked by academic achievement and athletic prowess. He was not only fluent in 5 languages, including Russian, French, and German, but also held a master's degree from UCLA. These intellectual pursuits were complemented by his physical excellence. He was a champion bodybuilder and an accomplished athlete who competed in arm wrestling and boxing, lending authenticity to the many action-heavy roles he would later play on screen. His early career even included work for the U.S. government as a Russian translator during the Korean War, demonstrating his versatility and patriotism. Smith's acting career began in childhood with uncredited roles in classic films such as The Ghost of Frankenstein, 1942, and Meet Me in St. Louis, 1944. However, his career truly flourished in the 1960s and 1970s when he became a familiar face on television and in films. He gained widespread recognition for his role as Joe Riley in the long-running NBC Western series Laredo, 1965 to 1967, where he portrayed a charming but formidable Texas Ranger. This role cemented his reputation as a versatile actor capable of blending humor, charisma, and grit. William Smith's television appearances were vast and varied. He made memorable guest appearances in popular shows such as Hawaii Five-0, Gunsmoke, Bonanza, The Mod Squad, and The A-Team. His powerful screen presence and physical capabilities made him a favorite choice for playing both anti-heroes and complex antagonists. One of his most iconic television roles was that of Falconetti, the menacing antagonist in the critically acclaimed miniseries Rich Man, Poor Man, 1976, a performance that struck fear into viewers and became a cultural reference point for on-screen villainy. In cinema, Smith was a standout performer in action, biker, and exploitation films throughout the 1970s and 1980s. He starred in cult classics such as Chrome and Hot Leather, 1971, Any Which Way You Can, 1980, opposite Clint Eastwood, and Conan the Barbarian, 1982, where he played Conan's father, adding a noble and tragic dimension to the film's mythos. His role opposite Eastwood in Any Which Way You Can included one of the most intense and realistic fight scenes ever filmed at the time, showcasing Smith's real-life combat skills and physical endurance. In Red Dawn, 1984, he was cast as a Soviet commander, once again displaying his ability to bring authenticity to roles steeped in political tension. Yet even within his portrayals of villains, Smith often brought a layer of humanity and complexity that set him apart from typical genre archetypes. Despite often playing villains, William Smith brought a nuanced approach to his characters, portraying them with a psychological depth that went beyond mere intimidation. His gravelly voice and intense eyes added to his mystique, but those who knew him off-screen spoke of a kind-hearted and intelligent man with a deep love for poetry, literature, and motorcycles. He also wrote a book of poetry, revealing a sensitive and reflective side that contrasted sharply with his screen persona. In addition to his acting work, Smith served in the U.S. Air Force and remained a patriotic figure throughout his life. He was a man of many layers, soldier, scholar, poet, athlete, and artist, whose life defied the stereotypes often associated with the roles he played. William Smith was not only a celebrated actor known for his rugged roles and commanding screen presence, but also a formidable athlete whose lifelong dedication to physical fitness and competitive sports became an integral part of his identity. An avid athlete from a young age, Smith immersed himself in bodybuilding, strength training, and various forms of athletic competition, cultivating a physique that was as powerful as it was iconic. His lifelong commitment to bodybuilding led him to achieve a remarkable physical feat. He became a record holder for reverse curling his own body weight, a rare and difficult exercise requiring tremendous upper body strength, balance, and discipline. His arms, widely admired for their size and definition, reportedly measured an impressive 18¼ inches in circumference at their peak, a testament to his intense and consistent training regimen. These physical attributes weren't merely cosmetic. They underscored a life of discipline and performance at the highest level. Smith's prowess and presence in the bodybuilding community extended beyond the weight room. He was at one time a training partner of Larry Scott, the legendary bodybuilder who was the first ever to win the prestigious Mr. Olympia title in 1965. Training alongside such elite athletes placed Smith in the upper echelon of the bodybuilding world, and his strength, symmetry, and work ethic earned him widespread respect. This recognition culminated in the year 2000, when he was formally honored with induction into the Muscle Beach Venice Hall of Fame. This honor acknowledged not only his physical accomplishments, but also his role in promoting fitness culture during its formative years in California, particularly on the famous stretch of sand in Venice, where many iconic bodybuilders trained. Beyond bodybuilding, Smith had a deep and disciplined commitment to the martial arts. He studied Kung Fu Sansu, a southern Chinese martial art that emphasizes practical self-defense and aggressive counterattacks. His training in Kung Fu Sansu reflected his interest in the mental and philosophical aspects of combat, as well as the physical. In addition, he achieved a black belt in American Kenpo Karate, a modern martial arts system known for its fluid, fast-paced techniques and practical application. He earned this distinction under the tutelage of the legendary Ed Parker, widely regarded as the father of American Kenpo. Parker's students included celebrities like Elvis Presley and Bruce Lee, placing Smith in distinguished company and reinforcing his standing as a serious and accomplished martial artist. Smith's athleticism was not confined to the gym or dojo. He was also a highly successful amateur boxer, amassing an impressive career record of 31 wins and only 1 loss, a nearly undefeated streak that highlighted his toughness, agility, and endurance. In addition to boxing, he excelled in the sport of arm wrestling, where brute strength and technique converge. Smith won the 200-pound, 91 kilograms arm wrestling world championship multiple times, solidifying his status as one of the strongest and most competitive athletes in this intense and demanding sport. His competitive drive also found expression in military athletics. While serving in the United States Air Force, Smith competed in and won the service's weightlifting championship, showcasing his strength and discipline among fellow military personnel. Smith's broad range of athletic achievements also extended to team and outdoor sports. During his time stationed in Wiesbaden, Germany, he played semi-professional American football. His participation in the sport highlighted not just his physical strength, but his teamwork, agility, and versatility. Additionally, he pursued amateur alpine skiing, a challenging winter sport that demands not only courage and physical skill, but also finesse and strategic thinking. Smith's engagement in such a diverse array of sports demonstrated his boundless athletic curiosity and his refusal to be confined to a single domain of physical excellence. Yet for all his physical accomplishments, William Smith was also a man of introspection and artistic expression. In 2009, he published The Poetic Works of William Smith, a collection that revealed a deeper and more personal side of the man known for his tough guy roles and athletic exploits. Through poetry, Smith explored themes of life, struggle, love, and perseverance, offering fans and readers a glimpse into his reflective nature and literary talent. This body of work underscored the multifaceted nature of Smith's life, where brute strength coexisted with sensitivity, and discipline of the body was matched by the cultivation of the mind and spirit. William Smith, the iconic American actor known for his rugged persona and prolific film and television career, experienced a rich personal life that included 2 marriages and the joy of fatherhood. His first marriage was to Michelle Smith, whom he wed in 1969 at the height of his rising fame. The couple shared 2 decades together, a period that spanned some of the most dynamic years of Smith's career, during which he became known for his roles in television series like Laredo and films such as Any Which Way You Can. Their marriage, lasting 20 years, ended in divorce in 1989. Despite their separation, Michelle played a pivotal role in supporting William during his early years in Hollywood and through the demands of his action-heavy roles, which often required grueling physical preparation and lengthy shoots. Later that same year, in 1989, William Smith married his second wife, Joanne Cervelli. Their union marked a new chapter in Smith's life, both personally and professionally. Joanne was a stabilizing presence and an important companion during Smith's later career and eventual retirement years. The couple remained together for the rest of Smith's life, exemplifying a lasting and devoted partnership. Joanne was often seen accompanying William to industry events, supporting his appearances at conventions and interviews, where he reflected on his career and interacted with fans. In addition to his marriages, William Smith was the proud father of 2 children. His son, William Smith III, continued the family legacy by carrying his father's name, symbolizing a generational link and a tribute to the Smith family heritage. Though he remained more private than his father, William III was a source of great pride for the actor. Smith also had a daughter, Sherry Ann Cervelli, whose surname indicates her connection to Joanne, possibly either through adoption or a previous relationship blended into the Smith family. Sherry Ann shared a close bond with her father and was known to express her admiration for his achievements and character. Both children were an important part of Smith's life, grounding him amidst the whirlwind of Hollywood and bringing him joy beyond the screen. Smith's family life, though often kept private compared to his public persona, reveals a man who cherished love, commitment, and the legacy he would leave behind, not just as a legendary tough guy in American film and television, but as a husband and father with deep personal connections. William Smith names the 6 actors he thinks are Hollywood's legendary tough guys, veteran actor and bodybuilder. William Smith, known for his rugged roles in film and television throughout the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, once revealed in an interview the 6 actors he personally considered to be Hollywood's ultimate legendary tough guys. Coming from a man whose own career was defined by a hard-edged screen persona, from motorcycle gang leaders and military men to brutal villains and prison inmates, Smith's opinions carried serious weight in the film industry. With over 300 screen credits and a reputation for performing his own stunts and engaging in real on-screen brawls, Smith's judgment of toughness wasn't based on appearance alone, but on a mix of physical prowess, screen presence, real-life grit, and career legacy. First on his list was Lee Marvin, a former U.S. Marine who served in World War II, and brought an unmistakable authenticity to his roles. Marvin's gruff voice, icy demeanor, and no-nonsense presence made him a standout in films like The Dirty Dozen, Point Blank, and Hell in the Pacific. According to Smith, Marvin epitomized the kind of man who didn't need to shout or flex to command a room. His toughness was internal, deeply rooted in real-life experience, and an ability to convey simmering danger with a glance. Next was Charles Bronson, a coal miner's son who became one of the most iconic faces of action and revenge cinema. Known for his stoic expression and quietly menacing charisma, Bronson brought a working-class authenticity to the screen. Smith praised Bronson not just for his performances in films like Death Wish, Hard Times, and The Magnificent Seven, but also for his off-camera humility and endurance. Bronson, who rarely gave interviews and disliked Hollywood's glamour, was for Smith the embodiment of the silent, rugged loner who didn't have to prove his toughness. He was tough. Smith also singled out James Coburn, known for his laid-back, cool, and wiry strength. Though often underappreciated in comparison to flashier stars, Coburn brought a martial arts discipline to his roles, training with Bruce Lee and adopting a calm, lethal energy in films like The Magnificent Seven, Pat Garrett, and Billy the Kid, and The Great Escape. Smith admired Coburn's ability to project control and danger without overplaying it, noting that his sense of style and intellect only enhanced his tough guy image. Robert Mitchum made the list as well, and for good reason. Mitchum's reputation as a hard-drinking, rebellious figure off-screen blended perfectly with his laconic, brooding style on screen. Whether playing private eyes, cowboys, or even terrifying villains like the preacher in The Night of the Hunter, Mitchum radiated a kind of effortless menace. Smith often remarked that Mitchum was the kind of guy who didn't talk about being tough, he just was. His baritone voice, sleepy-eyed glare, and palpable unpredictability made him a permanent fixture in any discussion of Hollywood's real men. Another name that earned Smith's respect was Steve McQueen, known as the King of Cool. McQueen's mixture of rebellious attitude, racing skill, and rugged masculinity made him an enduring symbol of strength and nonconformity. Smith cited films like Bullitt, The Getaway, and Papillon as prime examples of McQueen's ability to combine physicality and understated emotional depth. Off-screen, McQueen was a skilled motorcycle and car racer who lived dangerously and played by his own rules. Traits Smith believed made him not just an actor playing a tough guy, but the real deal. Finally, rounding out Smith's list was Clint Eastwood, whose portrayal of steely loners, vigilantes, and cowboys made him one of the most enduring figures in American cinema. Smith admired Eastwood for his unwavering presence, minimalist acting style, and the sense of cold calculation he brought to characters in films like Dirty Harry, High Plains Drifter, and the outlaw Josie Wales. Beyond acting, Eastwood's long career as a director, producer, and composer showed us self-sufficiency and command of storytelling that Smith saw as another kind of toughness, intellectual toughness. Together, these six men, Marvin, Bronson, Coburn, Mitchum, McQueen, and Eastwood, represented in Smith's view the pinnacle of authentic masculinity in Hollywood. They weren't just actors who played strong, they brought a deep-rooted resilience and authority to their roles, shaped by life experiences, physical skill, and personal philosophy. Smith's own career intersected with some of these men, and his insights were born not only from admiration, but also from first-hand encounters in the trenches of filmmaking. In an era often dominated by special effects and stylized action, William Smith's list stands as a tribute to a time when grit, presence, and unspoken power defined the tough guy archetype, and the men who carried it like a badge of honor. William Smith, the legendary American actor best known for his rugged roles in film and television over a career that spanned more than 7 decades, passed away on July 5, 2021, at the age of 88. He died at the Motion Picture and Television Country House and Hospital, a renowned retirement facility and care center located in the Woodland Hills neighborhood of Los Angeles, California. This institution has long served as a haven for retired entertainment professionals, offering both independent living and full-time care to those who dedicated their lives to film and television. The facility is supported by the Motion Picture and Television Fund, which was founded in 1921 by industry figures to support those in the entertainment community in times of need. Smith's death marked the end of a remarkable era in Hollywood history. A deeply respected character actor, Smith had amassed over 280 film and television credits, portraying everything from brawling tough guys and action heroes to complex villains and military figures. His powerful physical presence, commanding voice, and intense screen charisma made him a staple of westerns, biker films, action movies, and cult classics throughout the 1960s, 70s, and 80s. Notable for his roles in Any Which Way You Can, Rich Man, Poor Man, Hawaii 5.0, and Laredo. Among countless others, Smith brought gravitas and authenticity to every performance. Although the cause of his death was not publicly disclosed, it is known that he had been residing at the Motion Picture and Television Country House and Hospital in his later years, a place where many of Hollywood's elder statesmen and women spend their final days in peace and dignity. Surrounded by fellow actors and professionals who shared a deep bond through their work in the entertainment industry, Smith received care from staff, familiar with the unique needs of retired performers. His passing was mourned by fans, colleagues, and family alike, many of whom remembered him as a consummate professional, a generous scene partner, and a private man of great strength and integrity. Tributes poured in across social media and entertainment news outlets, hailing him as one of the last true tough guys of Hollywood's golden age of action cinema.